So a refiner, he knows, he chooses the right metal. What's worthy and what's not worthy. Because some of the stuff is not even worth fooling with. So even God knows that there's something that some people not even worth fooling with. But he looks at us and he sees the best in us. Takes us and put us in the furnace. And once he does that, so we ought to feel like it's a privilege for God to even consider us, to throw us into the furnace. Yes, I know it hurts. I know it's painful. But if you don't have some pain sometimes, you'll never get in the game. But it shows all these things. So God is letting us know through the furnace and through the work of the refiner what he is like. A refiner, he has patience.
Yes, sir.
Like God has patience. Takes his time, but he looks thoroughly. He takes his time. He works with it. He evaluates what's going on and he gives his time to happen. Many of us, we need to learn a lesson from the refiner. We need to learn a lesson from God because we don't have patience. We don't have patience with ourselves, nor do we have patience with other people. There's some folks that tell you right quick, I just don't have patience. I got one speed and everybody got a speed. Everybody got a speed. Some of our speed is slow pace. Some of them have a moderate speed and some of them fast pace. And what happens is when two of the opposite collide with each other. So what we have to understand is either we're going to have to slow down or speed up. Or if you can't do that, just get back in your own lane. And that's what winds up happening with a lot of us. We don't, and I'll be the first to tell you there are some things I don't have a lot of patience with. So I always pray, God, please strengthen me. Give me more patience. Like you was patient with me, Father. Give me patience with me. And but just sometimes little simple thing bothers me. Gets on my patience. But simple things and simple to me. So when it's simple to me, I think it ought to be simple to everybody else. And I have to learn that everybody's not on the same page. But there's some time when other things are simple to other folks and maybe a little above me, and I get slowed down on it. So I just ask, Lord, just help me with my patience. But God sits here as we look at the refinement. And it says it shows him how that he loved his people. And even though he put them through the fire, it shows his love and his patience toward us. If you don't believe that, just remember the Hebrew boy. When they were thrown in the fiery furnace, showed his love. Even though they had to go through the furnace, God still showed his love and his kindness and his patience. Nor when he built the ark and how they were out on the water for 40 days and 40 nights, God still had patience. He shows his love for us. Israel, when they were out in the wilderness, God showed his love and his patience. Daniel, when he was in the lion's den. So all of us, and I don't care what you may be going through, the furnace don't have to look like the other furnace, but all of us have some kind of furnace in our life. All right. I recall the day I was in Washington, D.C., and I take that back, I was in Israel, and we had a meeting going on, and they were discussing the Holocaust, and you know, they consider that being their thing, the Holocaust, and they want you to understand, and I do, and I respect that. I understand what happened. It was a cruel and an awful thing that took place then. I understand that. But what I want them to understand, and everybody else, every race has a Holocaust. May not be the same kind, but every race has a Holocaust. The black race has a Holocaust. Because you know where we came from and how we got here, and the thing that we had to suffer and still sometimes suffer and deal with. That's our Holocaust. The Indian has a Holocaust. Every man has a Holocaust. Every nation. But I'm here to tell you that everyone has a furnace. Your furnace may be sickness. Your furnace may be a job layoff. Your furnace may be a car, a house, family members, something. But everybody goes through something. God has a way of taking us through the furnace. But if you just remember that he said all things, Paul in Romans 8, so all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord. So that's why I want to let you know today. I'm about ready to close, but as I take my seat, I just want you to understand that the furnace, when God puts you in the furnace, just learn how to live and how to deal in the furnace. Yes, because when you learn how to deal in the furnace, yes, you'll understand that God himself has a purpose for you. Yes, and remember, he's not there to hurt you, yes, but he just wants to help you. As Paul said, my trials come on to make me strong. And as I close this morning, I just want you to know that every now and then when the fire comes from the Lord and we're put in the furnace, just remember one good thing, Flamon, the furnace is only a temporary thing. But the benefits last forever. And I just want you to know that the Bible says in Psalm 30 that weeping endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And I want you to know this morning that when God sees us turning and fading from his side, he has a way of turning us around. And I'm glad right now that God has my best interest, because man will look at you and watch you carry yourself straight to hell, but God has a way of turning us around. And he loves us so much that he made it possible that when we find ourselves failing and falling from his grace, he's able to turn us around. And when we find ourselves in trouble, he's our very help in a time of trouble. I remember years ago a song that they used to sing by Andre Crowder. It said, take me back, Lord, to the place where I first received it. Every now and then we need the Lord to just take us back. We need to remind ourselves of the promise we made. I don't know about you, but one day I said, Lord, if you just save my soul from sin and hell, I'll walk like you want me to walk. I'll tell the world how good you are. But every now and then we forget our promise that we made to God. So God has to sometimes remind us of our promises. I told the Lord, if you save my soul, I'll tell the dying world what a great God you are. I'll let them know how good a muck and marrow clay, how you pick me up and turn me around. I'm here to tell you today, the Lord has to sometimes put us in the fire. But if you just hang in there and learn a lesson, only understand weeping endure for a little while, but the joy's on the way now. God is just making, God is just finishing up what it started in you now. And when you come out of this, you shall stand just like pure gold. Then tell somebody else what the Lord has done. And I got something for you. The sinner man, I want you to know today, there's still hope for you. Don't worry about what you did on yesterday. Don't worry about what you did on last week. I'm here to tell you today, the Lord said he's able to change your life. He's able to even pick you up. He's able to even burn you up. He's able to bring you forth just like pure gold. I know you're not what you should be. I know we're not what we used to be. But when God gets through, I shall come forward just like pure gold. I'm not always right now. I'm sometimes up, sometimes down, sometimes right, sometimes wrong. But God is still working on me. When he gets through, I'm not worried about it. I shall come the furnace. But God has a purpose. God has a purpose. He only sees the best for us. And the only way we can get the best, we have to go through his furnace. Burn up all the others. Sometimes things hold us back. Something keep us from God. So he don't want anything between him and you. So he burns all that stuff and no good out of the way. And you just be pure. I'm not talking about you're going to be perfect now, but you'll be pure in his sight because you'll be able for him to, as long as he can see his reflection. We were made out of the image of God. And if he can't see his image, if man can't see his image in us, then something's not right. So that's why we say, Lord, just come back and create in me and work on me and clean me up, that I may be used by you. I know right now I've got scum on me. I know right now I'm worthless, but I know if you take me through the fire, I shall come forth as pure gold. God bless you. May God keep, may God feel sanctify you. I just stand in the door of the church.